This day, this dreadful day, let each contend. No rest, no respite, till the shades descend. Till darkness or till death shall cover all. Let the war bleed, let the mighty fall. Ladies and gentlemen, miscreants, mollifiers, welcome to the first ever reading update I'm going to do. I'm going to try and do one of these once a week, don't believe it, but I realized if I'm doing a TBR in the beginning of the month, and then doing a wrap-up just when the month is over, I probably should be nice and sweet, and actually show you my progress during the month, right? I'm going to try and keep these ones quick and fast, not because I was thinking about you. I'm thinking about me. So I have to do the long video. I don't want to have to do hour-long videos during the week. No, that's going to be too much. So this is what I'm going to be. I'm not going to go into much depth. Just going to say quick, yeah, this, what. But I should probably introduce myself, yeah? Forgot about that. Why don't you know me yet? Why? Because you haven't watched before, probably. If you're watching this, it's probably the first time ever. So a few viewers I have. I'm not complaining. You're the one complaining, I'm sure. So, if you don't know who I am, you're here for the first time, let me introduce. I am the anonymous librarian. If you looked at the channel name, you would have seen that. But you can call me Al. Hey, L, short, Al. Yeah? I don't want to waste my time listening to you guys struggling. Listen, this is just a reading update. I don't know why. You guys are coming off combative. I'm trying to give you a reading update. Why are you being combative with me? I'm just trying to give you one. Let's move on. Let's start out with the reading update on the comic books and manga for this week. Boom! Boom. 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 I did finish. Since last, I'll come and let's run this from when I did the TBR video, which is, I think, 2 weeks ago, the mid-month TBR. It's a bit... No, not quite 2 weeks. Like 10 days, 11 days ago. Whatever. Don't come at me. I did finish Doom Troll by Gerard Way. The crazy madness of Gerard Way. I really think I should try. I'm thinking about maybe I should check out the Umbrella Academy. That's what he's more famous for, right? Yeah, I did. I enjoyed it, right? Doom Troll, a lot of fun. But of course, from that, I went and I moved along. Oh, let me throw it on this side. There's a soft pillow thing here where you land on. I didn't just throw it on the floor. Okay, I picked up after that One Piece, Volume 3. That's why I'm holding this. This is the omnibus edition, but I only read one of the volumes at a time. So I had Volume 3. Don't Get Fooled Again, I believe is the name. It ends as a story of Buggy the Clown, and then it moves into the Dread Pirate Usopp. Yeah, One Piece is this. It might be the most fun thing to read. In some ways, in many ways. Like, I'm not gonna say it's my favorite thing to read or whatever, but just sheer fun of reading. You go through it. Even for mangas and comics, which are pretty easy reads, this is even easier than that. But somehow Oda doesn't skimp on what you get, which is nice, which I like. But I'm starting to feel like I need to start reading. I can't be this far off it. I'm also, I can't be this far behind on One Piece. I need to start reading it quicker. Maybe move in a bit more One Piece in my life compared to the other mangas. Maybe One Piece, another manga, then One Piece again. I finished that earlier. So now I have to pick up my last comic and manga read for the month, which is a comic, because I'm a comic. Don't you get it? I read one comic, then I read a manga, then I read a comic, then I read a manga. Oh, I'm gonna pick up Volume 3 of Saga. Volume 3. This is the compendium one with like the first 9 volumes in it. Big one. I've read the first 2 volumes, Volume 3. And if you don't know by now, I love this so much, so I cannot wait to get into it. There's 6 chapters in it, so I should finish it on the 1st of May. On the 1st of May. So excited, so much fun! Let's keep this moving, let's not waste anybody's time. How much time? Oh wow, how's it already 7 minutes? How? Never mind. Let's record. From there, let's go into our quick and our vegetables. Let's talk about what I read in nonfiction this week. I did finish, like I said, on my mid-month one. I did end up finishing Under Smith's Rule by Bongi Nkulawanga. Really did think it's really well written. It was surprisingly easy to read for a non-fiction. Really compelling stuff. Just a good writer. Really, honestly. And as we were knowing, I'm keeping it. I decided now I want to keep in that theme, in that time period. And I picked up after that what I'm busy with now. Buta Smits and the First World War by Antonio Garcia and Ian van der Waag. Hold it up. Hey. I am at page, wow, it's so dark. 216, the things I have to go through, just so that you don't have to kind of look in my eyes, just to protect myself from you. I can't read the stuff because it's, you know, I have to go like this. Yeah, no, it's not nice, ne? It's not nice. I'm on page 260, but there's a strange thing in this book. This book has a misprint in it. You get here to page 152, then there's pictures. A few picture pages, if you count through them, and if they were to count them for pages, you would restart at 157. But clearly they know they're like in Roman numerals, so you shouldn't count it. But then you suddenly go from 152 to 185. And then when you hit, and then you go from 185 to 216, where I am now, then it restarts at 185 again, and it's exactly the same, like mid-sentence of a thing. Somebody, there was some mistake in the press here, where they, one chapter just got missing, and the second part of a second chapter, the next chapter, got like lost its first 6 pages. Yeah. And I'm sure this book has been out long enough, so they've probably been like a recall and stuff, but yeah, I guess I'm one of the unfortunate ones to have a book that has a missing chapter. Look at it. There's nothing wrong with the binding. So it was like a mistake. They double printed those. Despite that, said, and the fact that like the one that I will say, the chapter that they were, I looked at what the chapters were. The chapter that I lost was not the one I was going to be most interested in, but I would have liked to know in any case. The 6 pages I lost at the beginning of the next chapter. That was the one I really wanted to. And it was the context of what happened and how because it's a strange event. How Jan Smits found himself leading British forces in East Africa. And that part is the part now missing. And I don't know I still don't have the answer. So hopefully maybe I can get a proper print of this one day. This is from Jonathan Ball. And Jonathan Ball is probably of the major South African publishers my favorite. They really crush it. They have really great books and interesting stuff. This is, I mean, I've never seen this happen, but I'm sure it's happened before. Weird thing. Saying that this one is written, I won't say Bongi Nkulanga is also written in academic, but this is a bit more academic, hard in it, like a bit less flourishes, although they still are there. One thing I will give this book is it gives a lot more personality to Buta than any of the other books I've read before, and especially for like in the first half of this book, he's basically the main character, and Smith's the second character, and like only when it goes to the East African theater, Smith starts to become the more major character between the two. I am flying pretty good for it. I should finish this before, since this is 216 and I have to go to 280. I should finish this before the end of the month. No issues there. Done with the non-fiction. Let's go on to the mundane fiction. Mundane fiction. I need some coffee, man. Life's good, right? Your life's good, my life's good. So in the last video I was doing a lot of this pulling down, the fat guy pulling down his shirt thing. Now I want to try and not do that, even though it's rising a little there. Who cares? You can't see it. You can't see my big ass love handles. Love handles. Lust handles. They're lust handles. People lust after them. There's no way here nor there. Calm down. Don't worry about it. Let's move on. I am proud to announce. Oh, alright. Let's say something. So the Under Smith's Rule was it was one of the first 6 books I had to read. What those my must reads for the year. So took that off my list. I don't know how much I have left now. I think that means I've read 5 so far. Yeah. We're heading. We're winning. I should actually write that stuff down before and give you a reading update. How much of those have I read? How I'm doing. This is also another one of my goals. I want to read. What's it? I hate it when I say I want to read 12 South African books, or by South African authors, in the fiction or fantasy and science fiction, whatever, in those categories. That's not non-fiction. There I read a lot of them, so it doesn't matter. I mean, you can literally see I'm reading. And this was one I read. I finished earlier the week, actually end of last weekend. So yeah, and it was even an Afrikaans written book, Bloed van 'n Flinter by Marita Kerk. So I kind of have to. I have to read 12 works for that from South Africa, so once a month. This is the third one I've read, so I'm a little bit behind, but I've read the third one, so I'm catching up. I'm not too far behind. Yeah. What else? And this is the first Afrikaans fiction I've read for the year, so I'm happy I did that as well. This is like a murder mystery with some slight supernatural and horror type vibes. It gives you a little bit of a True Detective in the way the murder happens. Gives you a little bit of True Detective vibe. The main character is Sister Libby Lucas. Is a really interesting character. It's a fast reading book. It's a short one, and it's a page turner. It's definitely one of those thriller page turners. Fast reading book. Did have fun with it. Yeah, and I was able to move on to the oldest book. Not the oldest book. This one's not printed that long ago, but the oldest from the first date of publishing, I guess you can say that. Book I have. The Iliad. I picked up the Iliad. Going a little bit slow through it because I kind of know I will not finish the Iliad this month. I'm only I'm at page 115 of 618. This is the Collins Classic version. This is the Alexander Pope translation. Why do I hate it? Why do I keep saying I'm gonna try and cut them out. So if you see me, like, what you did say? No, I did say. I just cut it out. It's stupid, annoying. Why do I do it? There's no reason to do it. Just if you don't know what to say, shut your mouth. Don't like an idiot. That's advice for you and for me, okay? Because I know you say as well. That's probably why I'm saying because you keep saying I read from this at the beginning of the thing. Nice art on top. This is one of the more. Collins Classics are quite. They don't look that impressive on it. I mean, the black and white's not bad look. But they are beautiful editions. But usually the covers have something going on. Especially these old ones. The old ones have great covers. Yeah. And I read from it's a poem. And so this is kind of in the Victorian. I'm surprised how much it actually rhymes. I don't know if Pope really went through a lot of effort to try and get it to rhyme. Or if that was also the Greek version was that much. But yeah, it's cool. I will say this. This is damn cool. The Iliad. I'm having fun so far. And we know the part of the story now, but I only started hearing about it when I heard people talk more about it. But how the gods are involved, the shenanigans the gods get, and I will call it shenanigans that the gods get up to in this book. That is quite interesting. And I give it to Pope. It's not that hard to read, but it does go slower than you think. I think it's because it is poetry. And sometimes I have to read a section over because, it is. There's nothing more purple prose than poetry. And I mean, from a guy in the Victorian era, I'm lying. That's no ways. Queen Victoria was not when Alexander Pope lived. I think he was like Isaac Newton. I think this is the 1700s. that he did that. Let's see if they would put that in here. But yeah, I am having fun with this. There's so many characters in here. Aggie, you're sometimes like, okay, is this guy on the Trojan side or is this guy on the Greek side? I'm not sure right now. There is another book. I want to get another publication, and this just shows when Collins did it in 2011. Yeah, it doesn't show the date that Pope translated it. Okay. There's so many characters in here. And often, like, I don't know, is this a guy on the Trojan side or the Greek side? And I have to read context, right? Oh, it's like that. Yeah, okay, he's on that side. And insane. So if anybody ever complained, no, there's too much characters in the book, like it's maybe Malazan or something else, I don't know, what else it's like. I don't think Lord of the Rings. Song of Ice and Fire has too many characters to follow. This is way crazier. This is way crazier. Yeah, the talent guy, you see, I mean, you want to say we came far with art, and some things are really impressive, but how good that is, 3,000 years ago. You just realize humans seem to have always had that thing. There was always just those great artists that will stand the test of time. From there, let us go. Done with the Mundane Fictions, let's go to the fantasy and sci-fi. Everybody's favorite. My favorite. Call me genre reader. I don't know. I'll slap you. I'll genre you. I'll put you in genre. I'll put you in genre. Don't genre me. Be nice. I did. Surprise, I did finish A Clash of Kings by George R. Martin. This is one thing I will say about Martin's, even though he writes these big old tomes, they read quite fast. And you start reading them faster the way you go deeper into it. At least that was my experience with a Game of Thrones, and it was even more pronounced in here. Especially the last 150 pages I blazed through. I read like in the last 2 days I read it was like 100 pages, and then there was only 70 pages left for the last day. You just blow through it. And this where a Game of Thrones was really close to the first season of Game of Thrones. A Clash of Kings, it starts to become very different, and I really enjoyed it. It feels like I'm truly reading a different story, where I know some of the spoilers are going to happen, but then the spoilers often don't happen the same way. There are stuff that are way different in here, like the interactions between the Hound and Sansa. Yeah, that's fascinating. Martin, the fact that you can read his stuff so that is a talent. So from there I picked up the whole on the other side of the fantasy sci-fi speculative fiction thing. We go back to a little RPG, which I'm reading at the moment. Solo Leveling, the light novel, volume 2. I was weird. I should have said Solo Leveling, volume 2, the light novel. I am at page... what is it? 175, the Red Gate chapter. You know. Yeah. Oh, I feel the writing in this is for me already. Now, this is also hard because it was originally written in Korean and this is translated in English. I can't read Korean, guys. I'm sorry. My apologies. I don't know every language on planet Earth. I would love to. That's the superpower I want. Flight, no. See-through, ew, you're gross. Why would you want something like that? Super strength, what? Look at me. I'm so strong already. Why would I want super strength? I want to be able to read every language and understand every language on planet Earth, ones that have existed nothing, and be able to read anything in the original text. I would love that. Never mind. It's for me as if the writing's already better, the story is getting bigger and blowing out. You're starting to see more of the characters from the show that you don't really see in volume 1, even though they are in the show. Even though they're very peripheral characters, but they are in the show. You're starting to see them more and more here. I'm already enjoying more because they are like in the other events, they are also like in the job part and stuff. And this is also, they were made, it's a little RPG, right? They're so easy to read. Having a lot of fun with it. I already think this is better than Volume 1. The thing is, here, it's so close. It's so close to the story that you see in the show that, you kind of know what's going to happen. But then there's little changes, and they are interesting. And why? Oh, that's an interesting change. Having a lot of fun with this. We'll definitely finish this by the end of the month. Wow, that is so. My bookmark is all. By the way, this is a great bookmark. This is actually a sticker, and I cut some cardboard and placed in a sticker because this is from Daniel Lee. Look at this, nice. Look how awesome that looks. Daniel Lee is just a legend. Go get his stuff. I see we're gonna have a new one soon. Go get it. Oh no, wait. Watch me as I find. What page did I say was it? 160 something. I think I said it was 160 something. Yeah, Redgate. Yeah. So they feel nice. They're skinny books. They're not big, but they're kind of heavy. No, I like that. I like a book feeling a little heavier and not too light. Does that make me weird? Of course it makes me weird. I'm a weirdo. Weird dude, and I love it. Embrace the weird. Well, it depends on what the weird is. As long as it's legal weird, like the legal weird. The illegal weird, let's not do the illegal weird. I can't believe I'm deciding to talk more to you guys in a week. Why? I can't believe I'm doing this to myself. But listen, it does seem to make sense to at least give some reading updates. I'm just going to call it the reading update. Put the date of when I did it on. The millionth of April 2095. Whatever. I don't follow calendars. I'm not 100% sure. I'll go check on my phone what day it was. Figure it out. It's Sunday, I think. I live in my head. I don't focus on the world around me. But that's it. What are you reading? So I'm gonna finish. Are you gonna be angry when I don't finish the Iliad? I told you I was not gonna finish the Iliad. The Iliad is definitely the start of my April. No, what? I lost a month again. My May reads because I have some big boys for May. That you will see my TBR on Saturday. I am dreading the month of May. It's going to be nice reads, but there's some big boys and I do not know if I will finish. But that doesn't matter right now. I'm sure you have something to do. I want to go reading. So I'm going to go read. So I'm going to say goodbye. Thank you for watching. Do I mean that? Okay, let's say, if you watch from the beginning till now, yes, I am grateful. But you're the one that should be grateful. Why are you grateful? Let me know in the comments if you're grateful. And if you're not grateful, tell me why you're not grateful. And I can tell you why you're wrong for not being grateful. Man, I'm trying my best here. I'm giving you something. Appreciate it. Huh? Am I not the greatest human being that's ever lived? I'm sure I am. Who taught me? Who was better? Who was better? Who did anything more impressive than this? I doubt there's anybody ever alive. Sports stars, such great athletic track. Who cares? Huh? Great political leaders, they don't exist. They're all terrible people. All of them. That's my political take. No. If you don't get political, it's because you're privileged. My political take is you're all bad guys. You're all bad guys. You all have been, you all have here. Some of you are better. There's like one guy I like. It's not even my country. That's the worst part. There's one guy I like. It's not even from my country. So what does that help me? Nothing. I don't know. That's not necessary. You think somebody that's a great scientist, you think Isaac Newton was more impressive than me? Tesla, did you see it? I did it. I finally did it. I couldn't help myself. Tesla was better than me? What? Edison? What? No. Einstein? No. Me. This guy. They all look up to me. I'm sure if they existed now, they'll say this guy. Yeah, this guy's got on. This guy, he's 6'7" and whatever. What does that even mean? Does that even mean anything? I don't know. Am I complaining about something I don't understand? Does that make me very old and out of touch? I'm reading books. Of course I'm out of touch. I spend my days reading books. Is that not a proof that you're out of touch in the whatever year? I mean, I'm reading the Iliad. It's 3,000 years old. Are you reading the Iliad? No, you are out of touch with ancient history. I am in touch with ancient history. Boom, 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 boom. You think the gods in the Iliad were just aliens interfering? Who knows? Probably not. That's my take on it. That's my controversial take. They were probably not aliens. Okay. Probably not. I can't say for sure. Saying probably not. Achilles is a bitch.